Good morning, dear students. So first of all, we will do the revision of chapter 1. So we have first question, very simple, because all the questions we cannot do in this lecture, but I will do some of the question for you. And rest of the questions and extra questions you have to revise yourself. Okay. So first question is express 156 as prime factors. So first of all, dear students, you have to know that what is prime number. Prime number. Prime numbers are those numbers which have only two factors. Okay, one is 1 and other they themselves. Means, for example, 2 has only two factors, 2 and 1. 3 has only two factors, 3 and 1. So 2, 3, then 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, like this. And what are the composite numbers? Composite numbers are those numbers which are not prime, which have more than 3 factors. For example, first composite number is 4. The smallest composite number is 4 and the smallest prime number is 2. Then 6, then 9, then 10, like this. All the even numbers are always composite except 2. 2 is the only prime number which is even. Okay, so note it down. Which type of number is 1? Neither prime nor composite. So we have to factorize. We have to just do its prime factorization. Means we will only take the factors which are prime. So for this, you know what you will do for prime factorization. It is even number. So it will be divisible by 2. So 2, 7 is 14, 2 is 16, 2, 3 is 6, 2, 9 is 18, 3, 1 is 3, 3, 3 is 9, and 31 is 30. So this is your prime factorization of 156. That is 2 into 2 into 3 into 13. Okay. Then next question is find LCM and HCF of 26 and 91. So for 26, you will just divide it by 2 to give this, and for 91, you just divide it by 7 because it is odd number. Odd number is divisible by 7, odd number only. So we have taken 3 first. It is not divisible by 3, then 5, then 7. So 7, 13 is 91 and 13 is 13. So what is the common factor between them? 13. So HCF is 13. And for LCM, you will take the common factor first, which is 13, then the other factors, which are 2 and 7. So 13 to 26, 26, 7 is 182, 7 6 is 42, 4 is carry, 7 is 42, 182. Okay, so this is your answer. One more thing you have to keep in your mind, we have a relation that product of two numbers is always equal to their HCF, the product of their HCF and LCM. So this formula also you have to keep in your mind. Can the number 6 to the power n can end in the digit 0? 6 to the power n. So you just if a number is ending in 0, then its prime factorization must consist of 2 as well as 5. So let us check whether it has. So just prime factorize 6, 2, 3 is 6, 3, 1 is 3. So it has 2, but it has not 5. So it is means 6 to the power n never can end in the digits 0. Okay. So this way. Okay, then you know some of the things can also be asked from the previous class, that is from 9th class, that is about rational number, irrational numbers, their decimal expansions. Okay, so I'm just revising for you. Real numbers. Real numbers are of two types. First is rational numbers, and other is irrational numbers. Rational numbers which are in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0. Okay, this is the definition for rational number. Now 1 by 2 is rational number. Example is 1 by 2 and 1 by 3, but it has terminating decimal expansion. It is non-terminating, so they can have two types of decimal expansion. One is terminating decimal expansion, another is non-terminating and repeating decimal expansion. For example, 1 by 2 will give 0.5 and 1 by 3 will give 0.33333, that is 0.3 bar. So how can we check whether the number is whether the rational number will have terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating repeating? So you have to know that if the denominator is in the form of 2 to the power n or 5 to the power n, or their combined power means 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n, then they will have terminating decimal expansion. For example, you tell me 1 upon 25, which type of decimal expansion it will have? Yes, you will prime factorize 25, you will get 5 to the power 2. So it is in the form of 5 to the power n, one of the form among these three. So yes, this will have terminating decimal expansion. 1 upon 100, so when you will just prime factorize, you will get 2 to the power 2 and 5 to the power 2. 4 into 25, yes. So it is in this third form, so it is also terminating. Then 1 upon 8, it is 1 upon 2 to the power 3, it is in this form, so it will also have terminating decimal expansion. So this way, we can just know without division, because if in multiple choice question you are asked and a big type of number is given and you are dividing, then you will just consume your time. You are wasting your time. So you have to know the shortcuts also. Now for for terminating this rational number has two categories, and for irrational number it will have only one type of decimal expansion, which is non-terminating and non-repeating. For example, 1.21, 211, 2111, 2111, it is irrational number because the decimal expansion is like that. Root 2, root 3, pi, multiple of pi, that is 2 pi. These types of numbers are irrational numbers. Okay, so you have to know about that because in exams also it can be arised in the question. Now one more thing, 2 root 3, 5 minus root 5, 2 upon root 3, 5 plus root 3. Which types of numbers are these? Rational or irrational? Because 2 is rational and root 3 is irrational. Obviously, when we multiply the rational number with irrational number, multiply, addition, subtraction, division, any of the operation, then the resulting numbers will be irrational. Okay, so these are all are these irrational numbers. And what is the reason? Because when we will find the decimal expansion of these numbers, they will give us the result as non-terminating and non-repeating. So just pause the video and note down the information.